They told you aging meant fading, that your body would betray you, your energy would vanish, and that passion and intimacy would become distant memories. But what if they were completely wrong, huh? I'm Dr. James. I've spent over 30 years working with thousands of older adults across the country. Men and women who thought their best years were behind them, only to discover that something extraordinary was still possible. Not with drugs, not with expensive therapy, but with something much simpler. Because as shocking as it sounds, 4 everyday fruits, yes, fruits you probably already have in your kitchen, could hold the key to reigniting your vitality, enhancing circulation, and even bringing back intimacy after 60 naturally. These fruits don't just taste good, they work with your body to restore blood flow, awaken desire, and bring back that deep emotional and physical connection that many thought was lost forever. And here's the best part, they're effective whether you're in your 60s, 70s, even your 80s. So if you've been feeling a little more tired lately, a little more disconnected from your body, or from your partner, stay with me. Because the information I'm about to share could completely change how you experience aging. It's not about reversing the clock. It's about reclaiming what was always yours. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any future insights designed especially for your golden years. If this topic resonates with you, type 1 in the comments, if not, type 0. I read every reply and I'm here to grow with you. Now let's get into it. Starting with the first powerful fruit that's been quietly transforming the lives of seniors everywhere. Mom. 1. Red grapes, the flow restorer. I'll be honest that there was a time in my practice when I believed only medication could help with circulation issues in older adults. I prescribed pills, discussed hormone therapy, and watched as many of my patients wrestled with side effects and disappointment. But then something unexpected happened. I started listening more closely to the patients who weren't just surviving but thriving. People in their 60s and 70s who still had energy, who felt alive and engaged. And when I asked them what they were doing differently, one answer kept coming up: red grapes. Not some exotic supplement, not a miracle tonic, just simple natural red grapes. These vibrant little fruits may look ordinary, but they're loaded with a powerful compound called resveratrol, a natural antioxidant that helps relax and expand your blood vessels. That means more oxygen-rich blood flowing to your heart, your brain, your muscles, and yes, even your most intimate areas. What makes red grapes so special is where they work their magic first, the lower body, which is exactly where aging tends to strike. Have you ever noticed your feet feeling colder than usual? Or that your response during intimate moments isn't what it once was, that sudden fatigue that creeps up faster than it used to? It's not just getting older, it's poor circulation. And red grapes help restore that essential flow. For men, red grapes have shown impressive results in improving erectile strength and duration naturally. That's because resveratrol boosts nitric oxide, the same compound your body needs to trigger and maintain a healthy erection. But unlike synthetic pills, red grapes do this gently without side effects, dependency, or risk. For women, red grapes enhance blood flow and sensitivity in the pelvic region. That means greater comfort, a deeper sense of connection, and a richer emotional experience during intimacy. It's about more than function. It's about feeling. And the results, they're real. I've had countless older couples tell me how just one small habit, a daily bowl of grapes, helped them rediscover a part of themselves they thought had vanished forever. It's not magic, it's biology. It's what happens when you give your body what it's been craving all along. And we're just getting started. Because the next fruit on this list is one most people completely overlook. But it's not just a circulation booster, it's also a fierce protector of your kidneys and a silent guardian of your sexual health. Let's take a closer look. 2. Cranberries, the kidney guardian. If there's one fruit I underestimated for years, it was the cranberry. Honestly, I used to think of it as nothing more than a bitter holiday garnish, something you see at Thanksgiving and forget the rest of the year. But then I started paying attention to the stories of my older patients, the ones who still had vitality, who still felt connected to their partners in meaningful physical ways. Again and again, cranberry kept popping up. So I did what I always do when something surprises me. I went digging into the research. And what I found changed everything I thought I knew about this tart little fruit. Cranberries are one of nature's most powerful allies for kidney and urinary health. And when it comes to intimacy, energy, and aging, that matters more than most people realize. You see, as we age, kidney function naturally begins to decline. When that happens, toxins build up. Inflammation starts to spread. Circulation slows, especially to those delicate areas we're often too shy to talk about. That means lower drive, reduced sensitivity, and for men, weaker erections and lower stamina. But cranberries change the game. They're rich in proanthocyanidins, plant compounds, that help clear out the urinary tract, reduce inflammation, and keep blood vessels healthy and flexible, especially around the pelvic region. For men, this can lead to stronger, more reliable erections because healthy kidneys support better blood pressure and optimal nitric oxide production, two key factors in sexual performance. For women, it can mean less irritation, more comfort, and a deeper confidence in their body's ability to feel and respond. And perhaps most importantly, cranberries offer a feeling of security. Because when your internal systems are clean, balanced, and flowing properly, your body feels safe. And that sense of safety, it's what allows intimacy to blossom naturally. So don't underestimate what's in your fruit bowl. Red grapes and cranberries might not look like miracle workers, but they're part of a quiet revolution, one that's restoring joy, connection, and vitality to older adults everywhere. And we've still got two more fruits to go, each one offering its own unique support to help you feel more alive, more connected, and more you again. Are you ready for what's next? Stay tuned. And when that discomfort fades, when you no longer carry the weight of chronic silent pain, something beautiful happens. You begin to feel present again, alive again, and most of all, connected again. I've worked with countless patients over the years who quietly endured symptoms they were too embarrassed to talk about. Ongoing urinary issues that interrupted their days, dryness or discomfort that made intimacy feel more like a chore than a joy, or even the quiet ache of lost desire where closeness no longer sparked the warmth it once did. And yet the solution for many of them turned out to be surprisingly simple: cranberries. Yes, that tart little fruit most of us only think about during the holidays. But when added to their daily routines, cranberries brought a kind of relief many thought they'd never feel again. Imagine that something as small as a splash of unsweetened cranberry juice in the morning, or a handful of dried cranberries tossed into a salad, quietly working to restore comfort, intimacy, and ease. Because here's what happens when the pressure is gone, when pain no longer shadows your most vulnerable moments: connection becomes possible again. Not forced, not awkward, but natural, the kind that flows gently and brings two people closer without fear or tension. And that kind of connection, that's what makes life after 60 so rich. It's not about returning to who you were at 30. It's about reclaiming who you still are when your body no longer holds you back. So whether you enjoy cranberries as a snack, blend them into your smoothie, or just sip a few ounces of juice daily, don't underestimate what this fruit can do, not just for your kidneys, but for your circulation, your confidence, your closeness, and your peace of mind. But what if there was a fruit that didn't just protect you from the inside, but actually ignited something within you? A fruit that could boost your energy support, testosterone levels, and help your body remember what it was built for. That brings us to fruit number 3, and it's one that feels like sunshine in every bite. 3. Papaya, the energy awakener. There's something about papaya that stirs up warmth. Maybe it's the bright golden orange color, or the way it melts gently on your tongue like a whisper of the tropics. But this isn't just a pretty or pleasant fruit. It's a quiet powerhouse, especially for those over 60 who feel like their energy has dimmed and their spark has faded. I remember one particular patient, a retired school principal, always sharp and well-spoken, but visibly tired when he came into my office. He told me he wasn't sleeping well. He lacked energy during the day, and when it came to intimacy with his wife, it's like the lights are on, he said, but nobody's home. He was eating well. He walked every morning, but still something in him felt off. That's when I suggested something surprisingly simple: start the day with papaya, just 1 cup blended with a little Greek yogurt. At first he was skeptical, but within just a few weeks, he returned standing taller, smiling more, and yes, even blushing a little. Something had changed. Something had woken up. That's the quiet magic of papaya. It's rich in vitamins A, C, and E, powerful antioxidants that reduce inflammation and help the body recover from stress. It also contains a natural enzyme called papain, which supports digestion and keeps the gut healthy, ensuring nutrients are absorbed efficiently. But papaya's real strength lies in its effect on hormones, especially for older men. It helps support testosterone production naturally, not with synthetic boosts, but by encouraging the body's own hormonal balance. At the same time, it improves blood vessel flexibility, enhancing circulation and oxygen delivery where it matters most. That means more energy, more stamina, and for many men, firmer, longer-lasting erections without medication, without pressure, and without risk. And the benefits aren't limited to men. For women, papaya supports estrogen balance and improves blood flow to the pelvic area, helping reduce dryness, increase arousal, and make intimacy feel welcoming again. Even more importantly, papaya nourishes the adrenal glands, the body's stress regulators, so you feel more relaxed, emotionally open, and present in moments of closeness. What I love most about papaya is how easy it is. It's not a supplement. It's not a synthetic pill. It's just a natural, vibrant fruit you can scoop with a spoon, enjoy fresh in the morning, and feel working from the inside out, gently, consistently, without side effects. It doesn't promise overnight miracles. But what it does offer is something far more valuable: steady support, quiet confidence, and the return of warmth and connection to your own body and to your partner. So if you've been searching for that missing spark, not just in your physical body, but in your relationship, papaya might just be the ally you didn't know you needed. And just when you think fruit couldn't possibly do more, wait until you discover the final one on our list. A fruit that supports not only your heart and hormones, but also your sleep, your mood, and the deep emotional intimacy that makes love last. Let's talk about cherries. By now, you've seen how something as simple as fruit can quietly reignite connection, not by fixing everything overnight, but by nudging open the door to intimacy, to energy, to feeling alive again. Sometimes all it takes is a gentle reminder to your body of what it's still capable of. And more often than not, that reminder is enough to rekindle the warmth that may have gone quiet. But now you might be wondering, how do I actually begin? How do I make this real in my life without turning it into another complicated routine I can't stick to? Here's how to start today. If you're still with me now, that means something inside you is stirring, something curious, maybe even hopeful. Maybe you've been feeling slower lately. Maybe intimacy feels distant or your energy fades faster than it used to. And maybe, just maybe, you're tired of hearing that this is just part of getting older. But here's the truth: aging may be natural, but decline is not inevitable. Your body hasn't given up on you. It still wants to heal. It still wants to respond. And with the right kind of gentle, natural nourishment, it absolutely can. That's why I love this approach. We're not talking about complicated detoxes or expensive pills. No rigid plans, no pressure. We're talking about fruit, real, whole, vibrant fruit that your body recognizes, craves, and gently responds to. Not overnight, but steadily, powerfully, over time. So let's keep it simple. Start small. In fact, I encourage you to choose just one of the four fruits we've explored. Just one that speaks to you. Maybe it's the juicy sweetness of red grapes in the afternoon, or a sprinkle of tart dried cranberries in your morning oats. Maybe it's fresh papaya with breakfast, or a handful of cherries after dinner as the day winds down. There is no wrong way to begin. There is no deadline. What matters is consistency. What matters is that you begin something, a small signal to your body repeated each day that says, I'm choosing life. I'm choosing connection. I'm choosing me. Over the next few weeks, you might notice subtle shifts: warmer hands and feet, a clearer mind, deeper sleep, and then something more personal: and ease in your joints, a softening in your mood, maybe even a quiet flicker of desire where there once was distance. These are the signs, the gentle whispers of vitality that say, I'm still here. And here's something else I've learned after working with thousands of older adults across the country, something I hold close to my heart: it's never too late. I've seen men in their 70s, even 80s, rebuild connection after years of silence. I've watched women rediscover comfort in their bodies and confidence in their skin, not because they reverse time, but because they nourish the time they still have. So today, when you open your fridge or glance at your grocery list, try to see it with fresh eyes. See fruit not just as food, but as something more, as medicine, as invitation, as a doorway. Let today be your beginning, not because someone told you to, but because deep down you know you deserve to feel good again. Stronger, closer, more present, more alive than you've felt in years. You've heard the stories, you've seen the possibilities. Now the next step, it belongs to you. And I'll be right here quietly cheering you on every step of the way. Final thoughts. This is just the beginning. Sometimes we quietly begin to accept less. Less energy, less affection, less connection. Not because we've stopped wanting it, but because we think it's what's supposed to happen as we age. But from one human being to another, let me tell you plainly, that story isn't true. You're not finished. You're not too old. Your body is not beyond hope. What we've talked about may seem simple, just four fruits, but they're more than that. They are daily reminders of what your body still knows how to do: circulate, connect, awaken. They are not a cure-all, but they are a kind of quiet revolution. They restore not just your health, but your hope. Not just function, but feeling. Think of everything your body has carried you through. The decades of hard work, the sleepless nights, the years of raising a family, the stress, the laughter, the losses. Your heart has kept pace with all of it. Your blood has flowed with every step. And now when you finally have the time to enjoy the things that truly matter, connection, love, vitality, you deserve to feel supported, not limited. These fruits, grapes, cranberries, papaya, cherries, don't work with noise. They work with wisdom. They nourish the places most pills can't reach, the tiny vessels. The hormone signals the quiet memory of what it feels like to be close and to be wanted. So tomorrow, if all you do is toss a few red grapes in your bag or eat a bowl of cherries while you sit in the sun, know this. You are making a decision, a choice to live with intention, a choice to support your body, not because it's broken, but because it still has so much to give. This is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of a new chapter, one filled with renewed energy, restored closeness, and a quiet rediscovery of who you are beneath all the years and roles you've carried. You've spent a lifetime taking care of others. Now it's time to care for yourself. Because you deserve joy. You deserve closeness. You deserve to feel alive. And the most beautiful part, that journey doesn't begin with a prescription. It begins with a piece of fruit.